Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited today. I've been on this kind of flute kick lately and a while ago I opened up a Dizi, which is a Chinese instrument that has sort of an interesting sound to it. And this was probably about a year ago. And it was kind of on the cheaper side and of kind of cheaper quality. So I was on Amazon the other day and I found this one that's supposed to be a little bit nicer. And I kind of got really excited to try it because I do love the sound of this flute. So let's open it up and see what it sounds like. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. All right, so this is a lot like the original one that I got. It's in two pieces inside of this little wrapper. So we'll look at that in a second. But, oh look, it's a cute little, I think it's like a good luck charm that's supposed to hang from the Dizi and lots of other Chinese instruments. It's a very interesting tradition. It's kind of cool. Okay, and this is the membrane. So the interesting thing about the Dizi is that it has a hole that you blow into like a regular transverse flute. And then sort of off to the side, there's another hole that the air vibrates through. And you put this membrane on top of it and it gives it like this really buzzy sound. It's so cool. So I will show you all about that because it's very neat. Okay, and this is glue to put it on there because you do have to use that. And let's see. Okay, some instructions. And maybe this is a cleaner. Take a look at it. I have not seen that before. So, do you have anything else in this package? Yes! As I have tried out more and more of these flutes from different countries, I have found that some of them come with a fingering chart and like handy instructions on how to play it, and some of them do not. And that's always a little frustrating because it makes it so much more difficult to get a handle on the instrument. But this one does, so yay! Okay, now we're gonna take the Dizi out. So excited about this. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. I ordered the blue because blue is beautiful. It's my favorite color. So this is the head joint. It's got the little hole we were gonna blow into, and then coming out of the sack. There we go. This is the foot joint. This is cool. It has a special little cover to protect the membrane while it's inside the bag so it doesn't rip because it is a very thin piece of film. Let me take this cover off. Yeah, there's one on there so you can see. It's a pretty thin piece of film on there and it makes that cool buzzy sound, but it is quite fragile. Okay, so let's put it together. I can't wait to hear what this sounds like. It does have this really nice, sorry, I just want to point this out. This metal fitting into, there's another piece of metal inside of here. This is a super quality way to fit these two pieces together. And it's really useful because if you're playing with somebody else and you're slightly off of their tuning, which is something that can happen, you can sort of separate these a little bit more to get a flatter sound. Or if you've already got it open a little bit, you can sort of push them more together to push your sound a little sharper. And then you'll be a little bit more in tune with the people around you, which is always nice. So I do have to say, just from playing it a little bit, this Dizi sounds just absolutely gorgeous. I'm a little biased because I love the blue color, it's so pretty, but I really think this is one of the best sounding ones. I mean, I've only ever played on my other cheaper one. The other one that I have comes from a company called Horse, and that was like $30 at the time. I don't know how much it is now, but this one sits around $80. So it's a big jump in price, but it's also a pretty big jump in quality. I'm really impressed with the way that this plays right out of the box. It definitely has that really cool characteristic buzzy sound, which I love, but the sound is also really pure. Like there's not any airiness to the tone aside from the buzziness that you're already getting from the membrane. So it's really just the perfect representation of the sound of the Dizi, and I love it. So this Dizi is in the key of C. It is the lowest Dizi that you can get from this manufacturer, but they do go all the way up to G, so there's a big range of keys if you'd like to have a different key to play with. I feel like this would be really cool in an ensemble with like a tongue drum or something. So maybe if you have a friend who has a tongue drum in a particular key, it would be easiest just to grab a Dizi that is in a similar or related key. That'll just make your life easier. But it is a chromatic instrument. It's possible to play all the notes of the chromatic scale on the Dizi, so you don't have to worry about it's not diatonic, so if you happen to have a song with a B flat in it, you can still play that on a Dizi that's in the key of C, which is awesome. The other thing I wanted to point out, and this may be like a fun clue for future videos, I noticed on this fingering chart that I have that they have a listing for a bass Dizi and a double bass Dizi. So I might go looking around and see if I can find something like that, because I have to be honest, bass wind instruments are just one of my favorite sounds. The vibrations of those low notes are just so good. So this Dizi has a range of about 2.5 octaves. I will say that if you are a beginner, it's going to be easiest to hit that range just a little below 2 octaves, because once you get up into those higher notes, it gets really iffy. It's hard to make the proper mouth shape or embouchure to play up in those higher notes. But you'll absolutely get the hang of it. Not to say that you'll never get it, just as a beginner, you're going to have a slightly smaller range than you will once you've worked with it for a little while. Interestingly, and this might get really confusing if you are new to music or new to the instrument, the Dizi does not, if you have all your fingers down, it does not start in the key that you are thinking that you're going to play in. So this one is in the key of C, so you might imagine, as with many flutes, all your fingers down would be a C. But that is not the case. The C is actually just 3 fingers down. So putting all your fingers down is going to take you down to the 5th of that scale, which is definitely an interesting way to do that. I think Chinese music has a lot of roots and fifths, and so I think it probably works really well for Chinese music. It's a little bit different from a Western perspective, but still, I mean, easy to work with, honestly. It's not something that makes it mind-boggling or really hard to work with. It's just an interesting little quirk. So that is all I have for you on this beautiful blue Dizi. If you would like to pick up one for yourself, you can grab them on Amazon. I will put a link down in the description so you can find it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, please do feel free to ask me in the comments down below, because I love talking to you guys. Thank you so much for your support. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. Thank you all so much for watching. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, go ahead and click on that subscription button right up there. Otherwise, if you would like to join my Patreon or buy me a coffee, the links to those are down in the description. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day.